What's up, everybody? Barrett here, and kindness seems like it wouldn't be that much of a struggle, but once you get past the surface, you realize that we really struggle with kindness towards others in our actions, reactions, our thoughts, our words behind their back, and even towards ourselves. And today, we're going to talk about how to fix it, and I'm even going to share a story with you of when I totally lost my kindness with someone, and I totally regretted it. So, let's talk about it. All right, what's up, everybody? Barrett Bogan here with Lifestyle Worldwide. We're doing a series on the fruit of the Spirit so that you can increase your character and become more like Christ. Now, this is just a little snippet, kind of to wet your taste buds, of the Christ-like course, one of the courses that we've created. We do lifestyle courses. It's online courses. It's not like school. It's just a bunch of videos that you can do on your own or with your family and your household or as a small group at your church, to take you through a topic in a deep way, along with a community around the world that's going through these courses. And the newest one is the Christ-like course. It's a 9-week course on the fruit of the Spirit. Hope you'll check it out. It's over at lifestyleuni.com. And these videos have been an incredible way to just whet your taste buds for what's possible when you get intentional to grow and increase and work on becoming more like Christ. This week, we're talking about kindness. And what I've found is that for the most part, people are pretty kind. It's like, oh, we don't really struggle with that. If there's one thing that Christians try to be, at least, it's kind. But the more we linger there, it's like, oh, but if there's one thing that Christians aren't, it's kind. We're just not, we struggle with kindness. And when you talk about it, it's like, okay, there's a surface of kindness of me towards you, you towards me, and we're pretty amicable. But when you get past the surface, you talk about our kindness towards others, we talk about our kindness in our reactions, kindness in our words towards them, kindness in our words towards them behind their backs, kindness in our thoughts towards them, no matter what we say, kindness in our actions towards ourselves, our thoughts towards ourselves, our words that we speak over ourselves. You get into kindness of actions, reactions, interactions, thoughts, and motives, right? And so when you go deep like that, we realize that, wow, we actually really struggle with kindness big time. And it's affecting our witness, and it's affecting our marriages, and it's affecting our relationships. It's affecting our friendships. It's affecting our churches. It's affecting our growth. It's affecting us pleasing the Lord. It's affecting our worship and our prayers, because we're singing and worshiping God, but then we're acting this way towards people and towards ourselves and others, and the Lord hates that. And so he wants us to clean up our act here when it comes to kindness. And obviously, like always, myself included. One of the stories that I always remember when it comes to me losing my kindness was a few years back, and I had a friend who was pregnant, and all of you just went, oh no. It's not what I wasn't, rude to her. It was actually the other way around. I was rude towards someone else in defense of her, but still no excuses. So what happened was, she was pregnant. She was about to, she was towards the end of the third trimester. So she was like she had a couple weeks to go or something. And we were at church, and someone came up to her and they said, wow, you're so pregnant. Are you sure you don't have 2 babies in there? Oh my goodness. And you'd be surprised how many people say things like that. But when you think of the person who's pregnant, who doesn't like how big they are, and their body that they're used to is now gone, and they're self-conscious about it and all these things, and someone comes up and makes a comment about how big they are you sure there aren't 2 in there? That's really discouraging and frustrating. And honestly, it's just not a nice thing to say. It's not like, oh, you look so beautiful pregnant or anything like that. It's more the opposite, right? Well-meaning, but pretty rude thing to say. And They were super gracious in response, but it just rose up out of me, and I just like stepped in and I said, they were slightly overweight, and I said, how many do you have in there? Talking to them, right? Oh man. And I don't say that to make you laugh, because sometimes we laugh at like these snide remarks or witty comebacks. But I hit a place in my life where I was just like, you know what? Comebacks are not from the Lord. Witty, sharp remarks that cut down, we elevate that in our society. We honor that. We think that stuff is hilarious, and like you get a badge of honor if you're witty and have a sharp comeback. But I'm sorry, I was wrong to do that and to say that. And I came home and I told my wife, and she was like, Barrett, you need to call him and apologize. And she was right. So I did. I called and I apologized, and we made it right. And all was well. But I tell you that story to encourage you to think about your kindness in a deeper way. Don't just say, oh yeah, I want to try and be kind. But actually systematically think about your kindness towards others. If you're struggling with kindness towards others just right out in the open, then you need to work on it. And you should. If you struggle with kindness in your reactions, then that's a little bit deeper, right? You're pretty kind, but hey, when someone says this, or when so-and-so does this, or when your spouse does this, or your kids do that, or a lot of you have these certain triggers. We all have certain triggers that we lose our kindness. We need to work on that. So we're actually working on self-control and gentleness and patience and kindness, kind of all in the same thing, and love and peace, because we would keep the peace, right? So they're all interactive and linked. But if you'll work on your kindness in reactions, if you'll work on your kindness in your interactions, if you work on your kindness in your thought life, if you work on your kindness in your motives, work on your kindness in your thoughts towards yourself, your actions towards yourself, the words you speak over yourself. If you keep kindness as a filter and say, wow, what are the things that I normally struggle with in kindness? And I'm talking about beforehand, like sit down right now and preemptively say this, 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 and this, and get specific and write them down. These things throw off my kindness. And then pray and ask the Lord how he would have you react differently. And you just do this whole model, and the Lord will give you a new trigger, a new flag to wave. The next time that happens, you'll be triggered to lose your kindness, and you got a new flag that the Holy Spirit will remind you to choose the kind path. And this is one of the things that we use in the Christ-like course to help us actually systematically develop, basically hack our old man and into the new man, and cultivate Christ-like character, develop intentionally Christ-like character. We look at these old patterns, we look at these old triggers, we set new triggers, and as we work on this time and time again, over time, we get faster at it. We even get to the point where you don't even react out of the old man. Now you've trained your kindness, you've trained your graciousness, you've trained your reactions, you've trained your thoughts and words over yourself. You've trained these things to where, for the most part, you've developed kindness, and you're keeping in step with the Spirit when it comes to kindness, right? And it's super important, because for our witness, for people to see the transformation that the Lord is capable of, to see us respond kindly in situations where normally people wouldn't respond kindly, or we treat others, or we build people up with words, or we speak over ourselves kind words, or whatever it might be. People will see the transformation that's possible. Not only that, but our marriages, our kids, our relationships, whoever you are with whoever you are at our churches, you'll build people up at a much greater rate, at a Holy Spirit rate, if you will train your kindness on purpose. So I hope that's a blessing to you. I hope you spend time on that. I'd love to hear from you in the comments. What is your biggest struggle when it comes to kindness? Whether it's towards yourself, whether it's in your words or your thoughts and your motives, and your kindness towards others, your kindness towards a specific person in this specific instance. Come and chat about it. Write to me in the comments. Let's grow, let's grow, let's grow. And definitely, without a doubt, hop over to lifestyleuni.com and come and take the Christ-like course so that we can dive even deeper into each of these 9 fruits of the Spirit. You can join with the community around the world that's taking this course and just hijacking our character and getting intentional so that we can have better marriages, better lives, better relationships, a better witness, and better worship and honoring and pleasing the Lord with our character and letting Him transform us, but on purpose, and spending that deep time there to grow these fruits. And when you spend this time, when you do this, when you follow the path that we give you in the Christ-like course, it is the right work. It is the right tilling and the right seeds to plant. The fruit is inevitable, and it will change your life. It'll change your relationships. It'll change your witness. It'll change everything. Awesome. I love you guys so, so much. If you like this video, hit thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. Hit the little ding, ding, ding bell so you get notified and you don't miss these videos. I would love to have you part of this community. And come and leave a comment. It helps us out, and I want to know you and grow. So if you haven't introduced yourself, come introduce yourself. Let me know where you're watching this, where in the world you are, because that's one of the coolest parts about YouTube. And yeah, so do all those things, and we'll see you in the next video, and hopefully see you in the Christ-like course. Peace out.